Guess who's back again. Ed and Lorraine's back. Tell a friend, they're back too. Hunt demons, yes, yeah, time goes. What? Welcome back, guys, to Cinepoly Reviews. Hold on, stop the music. I shouldn't joke about this, honestly. Yeah, so Ed and Lorraine are back with a new movie, with a final movie. Let's get this review going. Sorry about that. The Conjuring, Last Rites. It is directed by the same director that directed The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, Michael Chaves. Now, Michael Chaves has been in the universe of The Conjuring by also directing The Nun 2 as well as La Llorona. So he has done his fair share of movies that have kind of been a drop down when it comes to The Conjuring universe. Let's put it this way, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It was pretty mid, considering that the first and the second Conjuring were absolutely amazing and were very terrifying and very disturbing. I still got scared. In fact, I did rewatch all three movies, and the first and second one still got me. Considering that James Wan isn't directing this film again, it's very pressure when it comes to Michael Chaves doing this final ending to this end of the chapter of the Warrens. But I have to say that this film was a pretty good movie to end the book of the Warrens. The Conjuring, Last Rites, it is about. In 1986, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren travel to Pennsylvania to vanquish a demon from a family's home. Now, that's just the premise, the synopsis, very simplified when it comes to this film, but they're not saying too much about it since this is also a film of the Warrens' final case. It was a case where they all of a sudden just said, you know what, it was too much. Let's retire from all this paranormal activity, all this demon hunting, all this demon vanquishing, and let's just live our lives with our daughter Judy. I was expecting to be, in all honesty, very disappointed, but I wasn't. Now, yes, this film is 2 hours and a half, which for a horror movie, it could be bad, it could be good. Most of the time when horror movies are beyond an hour and a half, it could be viewed upon very badly, and usually most horror movies that are beyond 2 hours are pretty bad. This film though, it felt like two movies put into one, which I have said this in my YouTube channel for most of the reviews that I've done, is that most films that I have reviewed that had two movie plots into one weren't as good. This one had an exception. The reason why I kinda let this one slip is because it's the end of the story of the Warrens. It's their final case, and the fact that it was a movie about their family style, and you know, a lot of heart was also in this film. A lot of family dynamics and emotional scenes were in this film, because one plot was, hey, listen, we're a family, we're retired, this is what we're doing nowadays, we're just having family fun, inviting people over, having a barbecue, and of course Judy has a boyfriend, and that boyfriend wants to do more with Judy, of course, and it's all about acceptance as well from the boyfriend. And then the other plot being the family in Pennsylvania, the Smurl family, who is now being haunted by a mayor that is also connected with, obviously, the Warrens, and they're also being hunted, and it's picking one person at a time, and you see those scenes, so it goes back and forth. It goes to, oh, scary, jump scare, boom, 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 into, alright, very lighter sense. Look at this family, look at Judy, look at Ed, look at Lorraine. It's all peaceful, back to jump scares and jump scares and jump scares. So I know a lot of people aren't going to like the fact that it goes back and forth. And I understand that critics are not going to like that. In fact, I'm reviewing this right now. I'm being Lorraine Warren right now and predicting that the critics are going to put this review in a very bad place. In fact, editor Paul, future editor Paul, put it right here. Put it right here. You see what I got? Was I right? Did they put like around like 60 or 40% around between those?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. But I know that people that are watching want me to answer the question. Is this movie scary? To the horror fans and the people that honestly love the Conjuring franchise, honestly, yes. It's very worth it. Now, yes, it gets repetitive with the jump scares and it's the cliche of, oh, there's something in the background, or they get close to something and they try to touch something and then nothing's there, but they turn around and then boom, there's that entity. Listen, I get it. It's old, it's been done before millions of times, but hey, I still loved it. I still got jump scared a few times. If you want to be jump scared, I say see this movie in the biggest theater. That's the point of this movie, is to see it at the biggest screen, 4D, IMAX, Dolby Cinema, stuff like that. I suggest going to see it that way. As for Ed and Lorraine Warren, obviously played by Patrick Wilson as well as Vera Farmiga. I love them as the horror couple because on screen it's just so mystical and something so unique that you don't see in horror films when it comes to the chemistry between a couple. You don't get to see that in horror films as much. The last thing I want to say about this is that identities, the ghosts and the demons, they were creepy, they were disturbing, they were ugly as hell, but they were awesome and very cool to see. The effects and the visual effects that the makeup artist, when it comes to these identities, always is top notch. Also, I want to say this was in the 80s, and the 80s production, absolutely amazing. You see that this is in the 80s. You see that, like the neighborhood, the streets, the houses, how everything is just put into place of being the 80s. It works. It absolutely works. Okay, with that being said, let's do this. The Conjuring Last Rites. Do I recommend it? I absolutely do recommend it to the fans of The Conjuring as well as horror fans. Not a lot of people are going to like it because it does kind of move in a slower pace, considering that this is 2 hours, so they have to put a lot in the 2 hours. And yes, they could have cut some parts. They could have put only one story, just like the first and second Conjuring. It's the last movie, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, now that people are going to enjoy the very slow burning moments of this, of going back and forth of the family that's being haunted, and just Ed and Lorraine and Judy Warren that were just being together and just seeing their lives unfold of their retirement and seeing what's going on with them and just going to from peaceful to scary. But for me, I enjoy that dynamic. So editor Paul here. So I'm editing right now the review, and I completely forgot to put a score on The Conjuring Last Rites. And the more that I thought about this film, and the more that it felt like it was two plots in one, and they didn't really show the haunting of the family, of the Smurl family very much. It was just mostly just the Warrens' final chapter and the retirement and seeing that POV of them was great and everything, and I loved it. But the more that I thought about it, I would have probably to give this a 7 out of 10. I was always thinking of doing an 8 out of 10 after I saw this film because I thought it was a little bit better, and obviously the devil made me do it. But the more I thought about it, I wanted to give it a little bit low score, just due to the fact that it just, I wish that they showed more of the haunting, more of the Conjuring, what the Conjuring was in the first and the second film. So 7 out of 10 to me is a little bit better than the 8 out of 10. So that's all I wanted to say, and that's it. Alright, let's go to the conclusion. So, what did you guys think of The Conjuring Last Rites? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What is your favorite Conjuring movie of the whole franchise? Put your opinions in the comments down below. Guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, I have been Paulie. This has been Cinepaulie Reviews. That's all, guys.